Good day. Today is Friday, 25th of July, 2025, and today we're continuing our daily programs. As promised, today we will be returning to the webinar by Professor Petrides that was done during COVID, and in this segment, he will be discussing how to thrive during crises, how to apply your psychological inner power that lays dormant within you, the importance of taking control over your own life, how not to allow yourself to be taken over by crises. So, this will be the topic that we cover over the weekend. And next week, we'll start covering, like, once the webinar is over and if Professor doesn't send me any more things, we will start covering the changes to the coach account and all the new things that you can expect to come very, very soon. So enjoy the segment today and keep in touch.
So the COVID crisis is developing fully within known parameters. And the question becomes, how can I, who is operating right in the midst of this crisis, not simply adapt to it, not simply be resilient to it, but actually expand and thrive? And I know someone now hearing this is going through difficulty, through challenge, and I'm saying to you, never waste your trials in life. Learn lessons, evolve, strengthen yourself, and understand that your success begins with you, and it begins now in the present moment. So it is essential to take charge of your thinking, take charge of your actions in order to create the life that you want to experience. Otherwise, life will take charge of your thinking, life will take charge of your actions in order to teach you a lesson. And what is this lesson? That you must take charge of your thinking and you must take charge of your own life and actions. So we really do need to liberate ourselves from the belief that's becoming more and more prevalent these days that our success or even our survival is dependent on environmental conditions. And it is subject to major disruptions or black swan events like COVID-19. This is not the case. We have to take charge of our thinking. We have to take charge of our actions, and we need to be able to thrive and expand even in the midst of crisis. Because the future is psychological, and it is psychological because the present is also psychological. The conditions and the circumstances that we encounter in outside life are simply reflections of what is going on inside us. Now, I've been talking a lot about psychology and psychological thinking and psychological reality, so it's quite important, I think, to clarify that I explicitly do not refer to academic information. I'm not referring to the psychology of the textbook. I'm not referring to the psychology of the scientific journal article. I am referring to intuitive knowledge that is latent in every single human being, psychological knowledge that is already there inside, pre-programmed in every single human being, and it is waiting to be discovered and applied with transformational effects for any life. So I'm not talking about ivory tower kind of academic information that needs to be intellectualized, abstract information. I am talking specifically about latent powers that wait to be discovered through their application, not through their memorization, as if you're going to write and attempt to pass an exam. That's the kind of psychology that I am referring to here today.